How do you spell comfort? Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Welcome back to A Country Boy Can Cook. Today, meatloaf. Retirement meatloaf. It's just two of us. Why cook a big loaf pan full? It's easy to make. Don't have to store it. So I just cook a small little loaf. It's 1 pound. It lasts us for 4 or 5 days. We eat on the leftovers. And so retirement meatloaf, that's where we're at today. A small loaf. I don't have a small pan. I'll show you how I make it in this big pan. So let's get started to the video. I buy these packs of 80-20, you can see 80-20 ground beef. And they're 2 pound packages. I cut them in half and freeze the other half. I've had this in the freezer. I've thawed it out this morning. First thing I'm going to do is put an egg in here. This egg is at room temperature. Break this ground meat up a little bit. This is quick and simple, goes quick. Put my egg all over. Now in this container, I don't know if you can see the different layers. There's a 1/4 cup of milk. There's a 1/2 cup of sauce here. 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. And there's garlic right here, and black pepper, and Italian seasoning. I just throw it all into one. Do a little mixy mix here. And I'm just going to dump it in and get the mix of this other. Let's get it into the meat. Get this mixed around just a little bit like this. Here, we're in a thunderstorm tonight. And don't worry about the amounts. I'll list them at the end of the video. I'll run them up on the screen so you can see them. It's a great little meatloaf. It's filling. It's got all the good flavors on it. And I'll make the topping here in a little bit. I've got the stove over there preheating at 350. And you see I've got this aluminum foil in here. Everything's sprayed, by the way, with butter spray release. That's my sling to lift it out with. Just kind of mash it down so it makes kind of a contact with all the sides. It'll just bake a lot better for you. And it'll make a little loaf. I mean, as good as it can. And if you've got a little loaf pan that holds just a pound, shoot, be my guest and put it in that. But I don't have one. I'm not going to buy one. This aluminum sling works great. You take this sling and do like this. Help roll it up into a little loaf. And that's it, boys and girls. It's going to cook for about 50 minutes. I'll check it, make sure the internal temperature is safe, and once it gets to the point of being ready, I'll put my topping on it. Bring y'all back in a little bit. All right, that meatloaf's just baking away over there, just happy. So let's make the topping. So I've got 2/3 of a cup of ketchup, apple cider vinegar, not a lot, got an 1/8 a teaspoon. It's just, I mean, that's just a drip. I may add a little bit more after I do the taste test. That gives it that tart that you think of on the topping, that crust. I'm going to put basil in it. Put as much as you want or a little as you want. I'm probably going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon of basil, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. And like I say, this is up to you. About the same amount of onion powder. 1/4 and 1/4 and 1/4. Mix these up. Use my chopstick because I can't use chopsticks, so I use it to stir with. Now the brown sugar. Now the brown sugar. One level tablespoon. Let's mix this in and do a taste test. Got plenty of time. That's got about 15 more minutes to bake to get the temperature that I can even put this on the top of it. And yes, we like red gravy or red topping, not brown. I know in different parts of the world, different people like different toppings. Matter of fact, some of them don't want any topping, they just want a brown gravy. I was raised on the red, so it's red for me. Let's see what it tastes like. That's spot on right there. Not too sweet, just a little bit of sweetness. The apple cider vinegar, that little hit, that little tart. The ketchup's actually got sugar in it, and also vinegar in it. And the spices, good enough. So I'll bring you back here in a little bit when I get this out of the oven. Well, there she is, boys and girls. It took about 45 minutes. I checked it when it was about 160 degrees. I put my topping on it. It was at 180. I turned it off and just left it in the oven. It looks pretty and it smells wonderful. Now, I gotta let it cool off just a little bit, and I'm gonna get it out of this sling so it can cool up completely. You can see why this sling works so good. Now drip pan here. I'll let it cool off a little bit, and we'll put it onto a plate and slice it. It'll be about 10 more minutes. All right, let's see if we can get it off the sling onto the plate. I'll show you an easy way to do this. I'm going to take and cut this sling. Got the old dude thinking outside the box. Just take your time, take it easy. You ain't moving the meatloaf, you're just moving the sling. Meatloaf for two. Retirement meatloaf. Just enough for two. Have a good dinner and a couple of meatloaf sandwiches during the week. Perfect, perfect. Let's get this sliced. See if I can hold this camera and do a slice, a proper slice at the same time. Oh yeah. Let's get this on a plate. First off, I gotta have some sides to go with this meatloaf, and I don't know what y'all like with it, but I like mashed potatoes. So while this has been baking, I whipped up a big batch. And I want some green beans. Yeah, I didn't do anything to these except add a little seasoning to them. Took them out of the can and heated them up. I love the end piece. Matter of fact, I think I have a video, or I'm going to do a video, I can't remember, of making meatloaf patties. That way everybody gets an end piece, which is my favorite. Come on. There she is. The comfort food. A #1 meal. Retirement meatloaf for two, mashed potatoes and green beans. Yeah, I got a bunch of mashed potatoes left. I can see potato pancakes in my future, and I've got to get some food on the wife's plate. And we're going to have dinner. How do you spell comfort? Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and green beans.